Hey guys, Garney here. Happy Thursday. You guys should be getting this on a Friday, right? So happy Friday. Hey, ever since I started getting into photography and video, I really started building up my gear. And so what I wanted to do was share some of my gear with you, and I'm going to start off with just my tripods. So I want to share that with you guys. If you are a camera enthusiast or a photo enthusiast or a video enthusiast, and you've got some suggestions or comments, please let me know and we'll go from there. Anyway, let me start off with my smallest tripod that I have. This is called the Joby Flex tripod. I found this on Amazon, not too expensive, and I really like this. Now, I caution you, don't get the knockoffs. Whatever you do, they can all look the same. In fact, I bought one that looks just like it, but it doesn't work and the base is loose. It doesn't hold anything. You put any weight on it, it actually collapses. And that's what I don't like, is you put any type of weight on it, it collapses. It just doesn't hold. So getting the Joby was the right thing for me because it's very strong. It's very, very strong. And I can put this camera on it in this configuration and it will hold. This is my Sony a6000 with an 1855 millimeter lens, and this will hold it, which is pretty cool. It's got rubber rings around it and rubber feet, very strong. It actually has a great hot shoe configuration. So this base where you lock down and screw in your device actually slides into a base very securely. You hear that click? And it actually has, you see this gray ring here? If I twist that, that actually locks it in. So even if I press this button, that base plate is still locked in. I really like this. And I liked it so much that I bought its bigger brother. I like this one because I used this one in one of my vlogs when I took the time-lapse photography in a part of where I at the airport. Put my cell phone on it. I actually had a cell phone attachment to it, and I plugged this one in and I set the cell phone on the ground and filmed. Also, I had this on hand railing near the food court and took some time lapse there with my phone and my camera, and it held really well. I liked it a lot, so I trust it with my camera and my GoPro and things like that. This right here is called the Joby Gorilla Zoom, and I really like this because it's multi-purpose. What I like about my tripods, they're multi-purpose, right? It is not just one thing, one duty. This actually has multiple purposes for me. Not just as a tripod, it actually does make sense. It's actually a lot larger than the other one, but it's actually just as sturdy. And plus, since the legs are much longer, I can wrap these around trees, telephone poles, large fence posts, and things like that, and be very secure in what I have put on there. Another thing I like about this is the actual base plate itself and this ball joint configuration. There are times that this is actually very hard to articulate the base to the tripod legs, but with this one here, I can loosen it up and actually can move this around to whatever configuration I need. It can be in horizontal, and it does have a level on it, so if I need to actually level it out, I can lock that down, even if it's tied to a tree or something to that effect. Or if I actually need to do vertical configurations, I've got that there too. So that's really, really neat. So let me tighten this down. And then at the base plate itself, it doesn't have a locking mechanism like its little brother, but it actually is very secure. I press this button down and I can pull this out. And so this plate will screw in with a flathead screwdriver or even a quarter or nickel. Actually, you know what? I think a quarter will do just fine, and or any coin. And this actually has a rubber pad that actually helps with the compression against whatever device you have on there. And when you slide it into this hot shoe, it's an audible click. Now, it's not just because it's older brother that I bought it. I did a lot of research, and a lot of professional vloggers out there have this. And the reason why they have this is because if you have this as your vlogging device and you use a camera or a GoPro, it's okay because such a wide angle lens on that GoPro. But a lot of vloggers don't use GoPros. They use either their cameras or they use professional cameras like this one here. And even with a 10mm wide angle lens, having it at arm's length, the person, the selfie itself, the person that's actually in the frame will take up most of the frame, so you will not be able to see the background. And even though this is still great for like a GoPro, this device here gives the extra few inches you need so you can actually grab that background. So again, I can edit this configuration or change this configuration to where I can set it this way. Now I've got this extension here, these extra few precious inches I need so I can actually get the background. So if I use my camera here or use my cell phone, I can actually get a large background for that. And plus, being a tripod. So let me also talk about the current tripod that's being used right now with my Sony a6000, and that is the aluminum tripod. I think I got it as a free gift from like 10 plus years ago. Well, heck, even more than that. This has been everywhere with me. The reason why I like aluminum tripods still, even though they're old style, is that they're light. If they get beat up, I'm not worried about it, and they're cheap. That's the key thing. They're cheap. So if I lose something or break something, guess what? I can get another one pretty inexpensively. But this tripod actually went with us to Puerto Vallarta, did an awesome job. It had sand in the legs, got that cleaned out. Some of those screws got loose on it. I had to fix that while we were on site. Not a big deal. But this thing's been with me for many years. Now again, the reason why I can't use this for long exposures, because if there's any type of breeze or any type of wind, the camera will move and will ruin the shots. So what I had to do is buy a more professional tripod. And let me talk about that next. This says now I am a tourist. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually called a professional camera tripod, portable Nostin monopole. Don't ask me how to pronounce the company's name because it's out of China, but I'll put the information that's out there. This is just the box that it came in, and here's the bag. When I open up the box, this is the bag that it came in. Like I said, don't ask me to try to pronounce the name. It has its own straw, and it's a padded bag, which I was impressed with, his own little strap. But when I pulled this out, I knew this was a heavy tripod. This is a good tripod. Now this had over 600 reviews at 4.5 stars. Now that says a lot on Amazon. So here's the configuration. Look how small it is compared. Well, let's see. Let me bend this back into place here. Right. Look at this. Not bad for the size component, and I love how this thing folds up. You can fold it out in a flat configuration. Let me lock this neck down here. This could be in a wide stance. So if I need it in a wide stance configuration, I can do that. Or if I needed a more acute angle, I can lock these down in a larger format like this. Let me also share with you one of the other benefits I like about this tripod. Let me roll this one up here. You see this little silver? This is a hook. I love this. This actually is a spring-locked hook that actually you can hang your backpack or camera bag just in case you need a few extra pounds for stability. So when I come down here and lock this in, and then, let me show you the articulating arms here. Look at this. Really easy in and out, not very difficult. If you just need those extra few pounds to give you additional stability to this tripod, it's there. This neck can go all the way up or all the way down, depending upon how you need it, and it just twists in place. Also, I love this ball and joint configuration again for the base plate. Again, it can be horizontal or it can be in vertical configuration. That, I think, is pretty neat. And also, this nice little strap, if you need to walk around with it. But here's something else. Let me show you this. This base plate has a bevel on it, and this bevel provides you, hey, if your tripod's off a little bit, you can actually use the joint, let me loosen this up, to level off your plate if necessary. If you're in a vertical configuration, this knob here actually has a bevel too, so you can actually lock down a vertical position if necessary. All right. Now, one of the biggest concerns that I have is the security of the device on top of the tripod. Now, I was pretty excited about how strong this is for configuration. Same with this. Even more so with this. This base plate is locked down pretty tight. It actually has a clamp configuration. You unscrew this, it loosens up the clamp, and you pull this off. Notice the two silver posts that are on here matches the two indentions here. And of course, a brass screw to keep your device locked on, and those rubber pads to add additional friction to your device for compression. And you can slide that right in, and it locks in, and you twist this down, boom, you are locked in. That's just the screw moving. But if there was actually a device attached to this actually would be pretty tight. I like this, I really do. Let me show you something else about this. Let me unscrew this bottom plate here, this neck, loosen that up, bring this down. I can actually pull off this screw here, this spring hook, and I can actually slide this out. Pretty neat. That's a big selfie stick or a mono stick, right? But I can notice this actually has 2 black legs and 1 gold leg. So the gold leg you can unscrew and attach it to the neck you just pulled off, and bingo, you now have a monopole. Again, stretch all of this out, you got a nice long pole to use for stability when you're out taking shots, instead of having to take a full tripod with you. That's what I like about this. Now this is aluminum, it's a little heavy, but that's okay. With the confidence I have in the base plate, the flexibility I have in the ball joint, the articulation here, and the weight and the heft, I feel confident that if I need to stretch this thing out over a bridge with my camera or GoPro or cell phone, I can stretch this out over the bridge or over a building or outside the basket of a balloon and can take photos or video or whatever else I need. I like that. Plus, if I need to actually take photos and stuff above the crowd, I can loosen up another section and take it above the crowd, which is really neat. Again, whoa, don't want to drop it in. Again, I can use this for my GoPro, my camera, and my cell phone. And one more thing, I just bought, don't tell Gene this, I just bought another video camera piece of equipment that I could use that's actually cutting edge now, guys, that I could place on top here, hold up high, and take some awesome media with. I'll share that with you. Hopefully Amazon will have it delivered before we go to Miami mid-month. So anyway, wanted to share that with y'all. Hopefully you're having a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll see you another day. Please, if you like what I'm doing, come out to the YouTube. That's youtube.com/c/Garney Bowling, all one word, and hit that subscribe button. I'm always looking for great friends and new people to join me on this journey. Have a good one. Peace.